side over hypotenuse. Tan is opposite side over adjacent side. We studied that. And then we went to trigonometric exact values. I asked you to memorize the table, okay? I also showed you, you may think, okay, we'll have calculator, but calculator won't help you. You will need to memorize the exact values, okay? So if you know sine values, you can write cos values and tan values just by doing simple calculations and adjustments. And then we studied about the sine rule and cosine rule. And I also gave you, where to use sine rule and cosine rule. And we also studied Pythagoras Theorem, right? So today, what we're going to do today is, we're going to geometry. Basically, we're going to do geometry. We're going to study different angles, okay? Polygons, circle geometry, area of circle, circumference of circle, and then congruent shapes, transformations, area and perimeter, bearings, and loss of vectors. Okay, these are very important topics. So we're going to revise these topics, basically revise these topics. Okay. Are you ready, guys? Shall we
Yeah.
go ahead? Yes, Faiza?
Are we going to be learning about the circle theorems as well? Like revising it?
Circle theorems, I'm not sure if we'll be able to go in detail about that because we have so many topics to cover.
Okay.
Basically, we'll study about area and circumference of circle.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
well,
Yes.
will vectors be like, for example, A and B, A plus B or something like that? Is that what we're doing? Similar?
Yes. If
Okay.
1, 2 plus 3, 4, like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Good. So we'll start with angles. Okay. You see here, you can see on the board. You know this, okay? Just a sort of revision. Acute angle is any angle which is less than 90 degrees is an acute angle, okay? And right angle is exact 90 degrees, okay? You see this is the right angle, okay? And then obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees and less than 180. Obtuse angle is greater than 90 and less than 180. Right angle is exactly 180 degrees, okay? The whole angle is 180 degrees. Reflex angle is greater than 180 degrees. Okay, that's reflex angle. Full rotation angle in a circle is 360 degrees. Okay, you already know this stuff. Okay, there's nothing much. We need to do here. Okay, you already know this. Next, angle rules. If you see here, angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. You know that, right? Angle A plus angle B plus angle C is 180 degrees. Okay. And angle and a straight line add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so A plus B, basically this whole angle is 180 degrees. And then angles in a quadrilateral add up to 360 degrees. So A plus B plus C plus D all add up to 360 degrees. So here you will be asked questions like this. You'll be given angle A, you'll be given angle B and angle C, and you'll be asked to find angle D. Okay, so you know that sum of angles is 360 degrees, so you can easily do that. Now, very important is this one. Sum of angles in any polygon. For example, you have, let me ask you to do this exercise, okay? This is a formula, okay? For example, you have to find the sum of angles in a pentagon, okay? Pentagon has 5 sides, right? So if you have to find the sum of angles in a pentagon, you can use this formula, n minus 2 times 180 degrees, okay? So for pentagon, you have 5 sides, 5 minus 2 times 180. That is 3 times 180, which is 540 degrees. You see that? You see that, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Now let's see. I want you to do for this, okay? I want you to do for hexagon. I want you to find sum of angles in a hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, and decagon. Okay, all of you do that. Take 2 minutes and calculate the sum of angles in each of these polygons. You know, quadrilateral is 360 degrees, and we just did for pentagon. I want you to do for hexagon, heptagon, nonagon, and decagon.
Answer.
Tensor.
Tensor.
Answer.
Good, good, guys, good. Others, what about others? Ananya, are you done?
Done.
Yes, I.
Good, good. Twisha,
Done.
Daniel, Ria.
Done, sir.
Daniel, can you tell me what is sum of angles in a hexagon?
Hexagon, I got 720.
Wonderful. Is he correct, guys? Is he correct? 720?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
course.
is 7. 7 minus 2. Hexagon is 6, right? Yeah. So it is 6 minus 2 times 180 degrees. It is 4 times 180, which is 360, 720. Good. What about Ria? What about heptagon, Ria? Ria. Or, okay, if Ria is not responding, then let me ask Sumi. What about heptagon, Sumi? I hear Sumi. Okay. Sharvesh. Sharvesh.
Phononogon or octagon.
Heptagon.
900 degrees.
Okay, 7 minus 2 times 180, which is 5 times 180 degrees, which is 900. Is it correct, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Paiza, what about octagon, Paiza?
I got 1080.
1080. It is 8 minus 2 times 180, which is 6 times 180. So 6 8 40, 8. Oh yeah, 1080, right? Wonderful. Nanogan, guys, Nanogan.
1260.
Is it correct? 1260, is it correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about decagon?
1440.
1440. 8 times 180, right? Good. So you'll be using this formula to find the sum of angles in any polygon. Okay. For example, we have triangle. So it is 3 minus 2 times 180. It is 1 times 180. So it is 180 degrees. For quadrilateral, 4 minus 2, 2 times 180. It is 360 degrees. You see? For pentagon, we already calculated. So any polygon, you can find the sum of angles in that polygon using this formula, n minus 2 times 180 degrees. Okay? Make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
This is to find the total angle, right?
What is that? What is that? Who is that?
To find the sum of all the angles.
Yes,
Right.
it is sum of all angles. Yes. If it is a regular polygon, for example, if it is a regular hexagon, you remember the word regular. Okay, if it is a regular hexagon, then you have all the sides equal. So, for example, you have 720 degrees. So divide that by 6 because there are 6 angles. 720 divided by 6, 616, 622, 120. So each angle is 120 degrees. You understand?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So if it is a regular heptagon, each angle, can you tell me what is each angle in regular heptagon? How much does each
Well,
angle measure?
Would you not just do 720 divided by 6, and then you get each angle in the hexagon?
Okay.
So that's like 120 each.
Okay. So it is 900 divided by 7, right? Heptagon has 7. So 900 divided by 7, 717, 27. It is
128.5.
128.5. Yes. Good. So that's how you find if it is a regular hexagon, or whatever it is, you'll divide by the number of angles. Good. Let's do some questions now. Here you go, guys. Use one of these words to complete the sentence. A triangular prism has, 9 edges or 9 vertices or 9 faces or 9 planes. What does it have?
Edges.
9 edges.
Edges.
9 edges. What about others?
9 edges.
9 edges.
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 Edges. 6 vertices.
Edges.
No, it has 9 what? It says, the question says has 9
Edges.
9 edges, right?
Yes. It's
9 edges. Okay, let's list them 9 edges. Let's read the 9 edges. Okay, so it is 1. Okay, you see 2, and then you have let's say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Right? 9 edges. Wonderful. What is the mathematical name of this type of angle?
Obtuse.
obtuse.
Obtuse. Okay, we said acute.
Obtuse.
This will be acute, and reflex would be how do you write reflex?
80 degrees.
More than 180.
Yes, yeah, something like this, reflex, and right angle will be exactly this one, right angle. So this is an yeah, good. What is the angle of a turn clockwise from
270.
270, yeah.
270.
270 degrees.
yes, what is,
270.
wait, don't just jump. I mean, there will be others, please be mindful, there will be others who may not understand. Okay, let them reread the question. Okay, what is the angle of a turn clockwise from southeast to northeast? Okay, so you have north, south, east, west, right? So northeast is this one. To north, this is northeast. Okay, south. He's saying southeast. Oh, this would be east, right? Did I write that correctly?
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
North, south. Is this east or west?
West.
West.
Okay, this is west and this is east, right? Okay, from southeast. Southeast is this to northeast. To northeast, this one. So it is turning clockwise. So this is 90, 45. You see, this is 45, 90, and then 90. So that's 180, and this is 45. So it is 270 degrees. Correct. Exactly. So when you're saying clockwise, this is this way. Anti-clockwise is this way. Remember that. Okay. Good. Next question. An exterior angle of an isosceles triangle is x, and an interior angle is y. It is given that x equal to 3y. Okay, look here. An exterior angle of an isosceles triangle, understand that it is an isosceles triangle, is x, and the interior angle is y. And it is given x equal to 3y. Write the ratio of x is to y in its simplest form. It's simple. You're given x equal to just finding the ratio. Okay, x equal to 3y. You're given x equal to 3y. So x by y is 3:1. So x is to y is 3:1. Okay, it's very simple. It's just ratios. Okay, and then you said work out two different possible set of angles. Okay, you know that x plus y is equal to 180 degrees. So you know x equal to 3y. So 3y plus y is equal to 180 degrees. So 4y is equal to 180. So y is equal to 45 degrees. 45 degrees. So what are the possible answers? What are the two different possible sets of angles?
So where did the x go?
135, 45.
45 and 135.
Where did the x go?
What is that?
Where did the x go? You only did 3y. Where did the x go?
See, it is given x equal to 3y, right?
Yes. So why are we having x plus y is equals to 180? Where's the other x on the second line? You've just done 3y plus y.
No, this whole angle x plus y is 180 degrees, right?
Yeah.
Angle
So
is-
look how you. Yeah. Not there. Look. Question B. You did x plus y equals to 180, but then there's no x on the second line.
Yeah, so I'm replacing you're given x equal to 3y. So I'm replacing x with 3y.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, 3y plus y is equal to 180. So 4y is equal to 180. So y is equal to 45 degrees. So two different possible set of angles for the isosceles triangle. So you have one is 90 degrees, 45. Isosceles triangle has two same angles, right? 45 degrees and 45 degrees. That's one set. The other set would be 67.5 degrees, comma 67.5 degrees and 45 degrees. That's the other set of angles, right? Isosceles triangle has two same angles. Okay, so 45 degrees is one angle. So then you have 45, 45 and 90. And the other thing is, if you have 45, the other two should be same. So 180 minus 45 is how much? 180 minus 45 is 135, right? 135 divided by 2 is 67.5, right? You understand?
Yeah.
Makes sense? Guys, makes sense? Does it make sense? Because it is, you are saying isosceles triangle, two angles must be equal. Right? Kevin, did you understand, Kevin? Umaira, did you understand, Umaira?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Good. Excellent. Now let's go to the next question, guys. Here you go. Can you read that KL and MN are parallel lines? Okay. OP is a straight line. Angle and an angle of size 75 degrees is shown. Write down the letter of all other angles of size 75 degrees. Okay. You can take 1 minute and don't give answers. Okay. Let everyone finish. Go ahead. All of you.
None, sir.
Good, good.
Answer.
Good, Faiza.
Done, sir.
Good,
None,
Faiza.
sir.
Good,
Done,
Umaira.
sir.
Good, Om. Good,
Done.
Krish. Good,
Done, sir.
good, good. Daniel, Kevin, Visha, Ria, Sumi, Arya, Arav,
Done.
Jacob.
Done.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Done.
Yes.
Done.
Good, good,
Done.
good. Oh, sorry. What happened to this? Yeah. Now, yes. What are the letters you say?
B, F, and E.
B, E, and F, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
B, E, and F, right?
Yes.
Now,
Right.
okay. Now, look here. You have when you have two parallel lines. Okay, let me show you here. When you have two parallel lines, okay, when there are two parallel lines like this, and line intersecting these two parallel lines is a transversal. Okay. Now, in this case, understand that alternate angles are equal. Okay, alternate angles are equal. Okay, or always equal. What are alternate angles? These two interior alternate angles. These are alternate angles, and these two are alternate angles. They're equal. Okay, and two corresponding angles are equal. Okay, remember that corresponding angles are equal. Okay, now what are corresponding angles? Let me show you. This angle is equal to this angle. Okay, am I correct, guys?
Yes.
And similarly, this angle is equal to this angle. Okay, corresponding angles are equal. And third one, vertically opposite angles are equal. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, just a minute. Okay, yeah, vertically opposite angles are equal. And four, understand this, some of these interior angles on the same side of the transversal, on the same side of the transversal add up to 180 degrees. Okay, for example, this is, look here, if I'm putting the names for these angles. Okay, let me erase this and put the names for this angle. Look here, you have, this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, these are the angles. Now, alternate angles is C and F. Look here, C and F are equal, comma D and E are equal. Okay, alternate angles. And for corresponding angles, you have A and E, comma BF, okay, comma CG, comma DH. All these are corresponding angles, they're equal. Okay, and vertically opposite angles, when you come to vertically opposite angles, you see that AD, A and D, okay, these are vertically opposite angles. Okay, BC, AD, BC. they are equal. Okay, AD, BC, and then EH, E and H are equal. Similarly, F and G are always equal. Now D plus F, understand this. D plus F is always equal to 180 degrees. D plus F is 180 degrees. Similarly, C plus E is also 180 degrees. Does it make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now,
Yes.
okay. Now look here. Now let me give you this question. For example, you have a transfer. You have two parallel lines, and you have a. I'm giving you this angle. Okay, this is 60 degrees. Let's say. Okay. Now I want you to find B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Can you do that? All of you, take a minute. Don't give answers right now. Take a minute, and then I'll ask you.
Done, sir.
Good, Izan.
Answer.
Good.
Done.
Okay, we'll ask someone who is not at all responding. Let's see. We did not get opportunity. Ashna? Ashna, are you here, Ashna?
Oh yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Can you tell me what is B?
Is B 120 degrees?
120 degrees. Good. And what about D?
D is also 120.
What about G?
G is 120 degrees. Sorry.
What about F?
120.
Good. Wonderful. Now, what about C? No, not you. Let me ask Arushan. Arushan, are you here? Arushan, yes.
Yeah.
What is C?
60.
60. What about E?
60.
60. H is also 60. Right? Makes sense, guys. Others, are we right? Are we correct?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yes. Good. Wonderful. Wonderful. Excellent. Okay. Let's go to the next question, guys. Here you go. ABC and ABD are two right angle triangles. Okay. They are two right angle triangles. Okay. Now, angle BAC is equal to angle ADB is equal to 90 degrees. AB is equal to 17 centimeters. DB is equal to 8 centimeters. Work out the length of. Yeah, done, guys. Done.
Yep.
Is on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. What is your answer, guys? What is your answer?
15.
What is that?
15.
15. No, Arav, it's not 15. Next. Anyone else? Izan, what's your answer, Izan?
Sir, I'm nearly done it, sir.
Okay. What about you, Arya? Umaira? What's your answer, Arya?
Sir,
Okay, let's do it together, guys. Okay, now we are using trigonometry.
Is it
here.
31.9?
it's 30.31. No, it's
Is
31.
it 31.9?
Exactly, correct. Okay, wonderful, Mohammed. Okay, now here, let's do it together, okay? Understand here, we are also using trigonometry. Now let's consider this triangle, okay? Let's consider only, first of all, let's consider this triangle, okay? Now here, let's calculate this angle B, okay? So from triangle ADB, cos, you're given, see, this is opposite side, this is opposite side, this is adjacent side, and this is hypotenuse, right? So you're given adjacent side and hypotenuse. So soka tova, you see, soka tova. So you'll be using ka, okay, cos. So cos is adjacent in triangle ADB, okay? You're doing triangle ADB, okay? Cos B is equal to adjacent, that is 8 over 17. So B is equal to cos inverse 8 over 17. So cos inverse 8 over 17. Let me show you using calculator. Okay. Can you see my calculator, guys? 8 divided by 17. is this one. So I'm finding cos inverse of this. Cos inverse is 61.92. Okay, like 61.93. Let's write. B is equal to 61 point. Let's write it 62 degrees. Okay, 62 degrees. So this is 62 degrees. This angle is 62 degrees. Now come to this triangle, the entire ABC triangle now. Now you have, this is 62 degrees. Now you already know this 17 centimeters, and you know that DB is 8 centimeters. So now, okay. So tan 60, let's apply tan here. Tan 62 degrees is equal to AC. Okay, you're asked to find length AC. AC by, this is opposite side, okay? And this is adjacent side. And this will be, the longest side will be hypotenuse basically. So AC by 17. So AC is equal to tan 62 degrees times 17. Okay. So that is, see here. Let's see using calculator. Okay. 17 times 62 10. Okay. Tan 62 is, oh yeah, so that is 31.9 centimeters. Okay, so therefore AC is 31.9 centimeters. Do you see that? Any questions? Any questions on this, guys? Basically, look here. In geometry also we are using trigonometry. Okay, if you don't know your trigonometry well, you will not be able. It's the same with algebra also. These topics, these are very important topics that if you don't know them well, algebra and trigonometry especially, you will be struggling in other topics as well. So this question, if it is asked in exam, you should know your basically your trigonometry. If you know your trigonometry only, you will be able to do this question. Any question on this? Anyone? Any question? Are you clear? Clear with this, all of you?
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Good. Now next is we're coming to the area and perimeter. I want you to go through these formulas. I've just listed some of them you already know. If you don't know something, just have a look at them. Area of rectangle, you know it is length times width. Area of square is side square. Area of triangle is half base times height. And also we have learned if you have given angle, yesterday we have learned this, it is half AB sine C also. Okay, half AB sine C. You should also know this formula. Okay, and area of circle. Okay, area of circle is pi r square. Sorry. Area of circle is pi r square. Next, area of trapezoid is half h times sum of parallel sides. For example, you have a trapezium, something like this. Okay, sorry. Yeah, something like this. You have a trapezium. Okay, something like this. So these are parallel sides A and B, and this is height. So it is half times h times sum of the parallel sides. Okay, base 1 and he says base 1 and base 2. Okay. Next, you're not concerned about ellipse, don't worry. And then cube, cuboid, volume and surface areas. Just, I mean, if I just gave them here. For example, cube, cuboid, cone. You'll be given this lecture notes, so you'll have these formulas for your reference. Okay, just go through them. And also, I mean, cube, volume. These are surface areas. You see. These are lateral curved surface area and total surface area, and this is volume formulas. Okay, so you can go through them. Basically, we'll work on them in tomorrow's class. But I thought we'll give the formulas together. So just go through these formulas once. Okay. Next, when it comes to various shapes, properties of various shapes, you see in rectangle, you already know opposite sides are equal, opposite and parallel. Diagonals bisect each other. And rotation symmetry order 2. Okay, you know what is rotation symmetry, right? For example, you have a small rectangle like this. If you rotate it by 90 degrees, it comes like this. Again, 180 degrees, it is like this, the same shape. And 270 degrees, it is again like this. And 360 degrees, it comes again. So in one complete rotation, you have basically the same shape. Okay, originally what it was. You'll get twice the same shape. Okay, so therefore it is rotational symmetry order 2. Square, it is rotational symmetry order 2 again. I mean, no, square is like every side you rotate, it is the same. Okay, So basically it is the same, it is 4 or 4 maybe you can say. And then parallelogram, opposite sides are equal and parallel, diagonals bisect each other, and then rotational symmetry order 2. Rhombus, parallelogram with all 4 sides the same length, okay, and diagonals bisect each other at right angles, and both diagonals are lines of symmetry. Isosceles trapezium, a trapezium with 2 opposite non-parallel sides, 1 line of symmetry, both diagonals are same length. Kite, 2 pairs of adjacent sides that are of same length, no interior angle is larger. Oliver, I mean, I'll bring the diagram tomorrow, okay? Eclipse, I'll bring the diagram tomorrow. I don't have it now. I'll bring it tomorrow, okay? Next, arrowhead or delta is, okay, it is like this, okay? All these properties. So basically why I listed these is, I want you to have these formulas with you, okay? These 4 slides, basically 1, 2, 3, 4 slides. Keep these formulas with you so that, I mean, it will be helpful to you, okay? Now, let's come to this question. Here you go. Can you read this? One of you, maybe Arushan, can you read this?
Solids A and B are similar. A has a volume of 343 centimeters cubed. B has a volume of 729 centimeters cubed. The surface area of A is 392 centimeters squared. Work out the surface area of B.
Yes. Good. Go ahead. Try this.
I finished, sir.
Good.
So can you go back to the formula sheet? Because I feel like in my exam we get the surface area formula.
What is that? I did not get you, I mean.
Finish.
So can I have the surface
Yes.
area like the surface area formula?
Formal. Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I said I think that in my exam we get the surface area.
Yes. Sometimes you are given the formulas, but sometimes there are questions where you need to know the formula. Okay, it is good to memorize the formula. Though sometimes you are given in the question paper itself, but it is always good to memorize the formula.
Okay.
Yeah, especially like the common ones like triangle, rectangle, square, cube, cuboid, circle, and then trapezoid. These basic formulas, if you memorize them, that will be really helpful.
Okay. Then.
That's good. Wonderful. Yeah, are you done with this question, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, what is your answer?
So my answer is 504.
Rahul. Rahul, we missed you, Rahul. Good.
Sorry, sir, because I was out somewhere.
No problem, no problem. Yes, and anyone else? What is your answer?
I got 648.
648, that's correct.
I got that too.
Good, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, now let's do it. You're given this, you should understand this volume of A over volume of B is equal to surface area of A over surface area of B, okay? Surface area of A over surface area of B, okay? Now, you have the volume of A is 343 divided by volume of B is 729 is equal to surface area of A is 392 divided by, you're asked to find surface area of B. So now you have these fractions. What you do is, like the other day I said, cross multiply. And 2 fractions are equal, cross multiply. So 343 times B is equal to 392 times 729. Okay. So B is equal to 392 times 729 divided by 343. So basically 343, 2 says 3 says, no. Calculate it. Calculate it. 392 times, look here. 392 times 729 is equal to so much. Divide that by 343 is equal to, so what is that? what did I get? 392 times 740. Just a minute, guys. 392 times 729. This one. Divide this by 343. It is 833 centimeters. How did you get? Someone got 648 centimeters square. How did you get that?
So basically, you know, wait, if you do the 729 divided by 392, you cube root it to find the length scale factor, which is 9/7. But through the surface area, you square the 9/7, so that would be 81/49. And you do 81/49 times by 392 because you find the big one, and B is bigger than A. So that is how you therefore get 648.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You can also do this way, but then, yep. Solids A and B are similar. A has volume of. How did others do?
I did the same way.
Okay.
I
This one?
No, the other one, where you find the length scale factor and then square that.
Okay. Can you explain again? Can you explain again so the others understand? Go ahead, Mohammed. Go ahead, Mohammed.
Well, so you divide 729 by 343 to find the volume scale factor. Then you cube root the volume scale factor.
What is this? 729 divided by 343 is how much?
2.125.
2.125. Okay.
And you cube root that. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
You get 9/7. So length scale factor is 9/7. And we're using the surface area, so we need to find the area scale factor. So we square that, which gives us 81/49. That's the area scale factor. So we multiply that by 343. I mean, no, not 340, 392.
Yeah, 392, yes. Okay.
And then gives it 648, I think.
Okay. Good. Yeah, wonderful. Okay, let's go to the next question, guys. Here we go. PQRS is a quadrilateral. PS is equal to QR. Okay, and angle SPQ, this angle is equal to angle RQP. Okay, this angle, these two angles are equal. Prove that PR is equal to QS. This PR is equal to QS. Yes, good. I want you guys.
So would you say for answer for this question would be SAS, side angle side?
Yes. Yes, by side angle side congruency, okay, SAS congruency, we say that PR is equal to QS.
Yeah, I got the same.
Yes, good. So you need to study the congruency theorems. So by side angle side congruency, we say PR is equal to QS. Wonderful, good. Next, the wheel of a Chicago flyer is a circle with a diameter of 200. Okay, before we go here, let's write circle formulas. Okay, now okay, I think I have this. Yeah, sorry. Okay, now if you this is the center and this is the radius. Area of circle is, remember, area of circle is pi r square. Okay, and who is that? Sir, when you're not speaking, please mute yourself, okay? The circumference is, you can write 2 pi r or pi d, okay? That's for circle. Next, if you have a semicircle, like this, so area would be pi r square divided by 2, and the circumference would be 2 pi r divided by 2, that is pi r plus 2r. Okay, so there are two radiuses here. This is 2 pi r divided by 2, that is basically pi r plus 2r. Okay, that's the circumference. And if it is a quarter circle, understand that. If it is a quarter circle, let me write that. If it's a quarter circle, something like this. Okay, I'm drawing a rough diagram. If it's a quarter circle, area is pi r square over 4. And then circumference is 2 pi r by 2 plus 2r. Okay, makes sense? Yeah, just go through this once. Just give me a moment, okay? Done, guys? All of you?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah. So you understand how I mean, once I know this formula, once I know the formula of a circle, I can find other formulas, but understand that, okay? When you are finding this formula for circumference, it is you have two r's here, okay? R. You should add them, okay? So circumference is the 2 pi r for circle. So semicircle, it would be 2 pi r divided by 2, which is pi r. But then you should add two r's, okay? Similarly, pi r by 2 plus 2r. Okay? So these formulas also you need to memorize. Now, here you go. The wheel of a Chicago flyer. Okay. The wheel of the Chicago flyer is a circle with a diameter of 250 meters. Okay. So calculate the circumference of the wheel. Give your answer to the nearest meter. Use pi is equal to 3.142. Can you do that? You're asked to find the circumference. Very easy.
Done.
Good. Good. Good.
Okay, sir.
Good. Ivan.
Done.
Wonderful.
Done.
Done.
Now, circumference formula is pi d, right? When you are given diameter, it is pi d. So 3.142 times 250 meters. So which is 3.142 times 250 is 785.5 meters square. Is it correct? Am I correct, guys? Did I get?
Yeah.
Did I
Sir,
get
you said
Yes.
the nearest meter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the answer.
good?
Sir,
Now, yeah,
okay. You said it was to the nearest meter, so wouldn't
yeah, it
you
is
put that as
785.
786,
Yeah.
sir.
786 meters square. Okay. Good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, wonderful. Good. Next, the wheel takes 45 minutes to rotate once. Okay. Work out the average speed of a point. Work out the wheel takes 45 minutes to rotate once. Work out the average speed of a point on the circumference of wheel and it rotate once. Give your answer. Give your answer meters per second correct to 3 significant figures. Yes, Arya.
Why is it in meters squared? Because if it's the circumference, isn't it just in meters?
Yes, you're right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Got used to writing meter square. Yeah. Good observation, Arya. Yeah. Go ahead. Next. The wheel takes 45 minutes to rotate once. Work out the average speed of a point on the circumference of the wheel as it rotated once. Give your answer in meters per second. Correct to 3 significant figures.
Meters per minute.
Done.
Done.
1048.
Done.
Good.
Done.
You know, speed is equal to distance traveled by time taken, right? Distance divided by time. Okay. Now, distance is, it is making average speed of the point on the circumference of the wheel. So it is circumference. The distance would be circumference. But time in seconds. Okay, you're asked to give your answer in meters per second. So time in seconds is 45 minutes. Each minute 60 seconds. So 45 times 60. So you have 786 divided by 45 times 60, which is, let's do it. Okay, 786 divided by 45 times 60. Okay, is 0.29 meters per second. Meters per second. Is it correct?
Yeah.
Is it correct, everyone? Good.
So,
Yes, go ahead. Okay, wonderful. Okay, shall we go to the next question?
So isn't it 0.291 because it says three significant figures?
Three significant figures, yes. Good. Next question. The diagram shows a rhombus DEFG. The diagonals intersect at point H. Prove that triangles DHE and FHE are congruent. Arushan, please mute yourself. Go ahead. Good.
Done,
Good,
sir.
good, Rahul. Rahul, can you explain us?
Okay. So as you know, angle DHE equals to angle GHF. They're vertically opposite.
DHE, okay, and FH.
GHF are they're vertically opposite.
Okay.
You can tell that
These two sides are equal.
These two sides are equal,
Okay.
and you could say DG equals DH and H DH and HF are also equals H is common in both. So therefore,
because diagonals bisect each other. Yes.
Diagonal, yep. So therefore, it's side angle side SAS.
Okay. Yes. Side. All three sides are equal. SSS congruency. By SSS congruency, basically, you even don't need angles. See, this angle is equal to this side. This side is equal to this side, and this side is equal to this side. And this side is equal to this side. So by SSS congruency, these two triangles are congruent. DHE and FHG are congruent, right? Right, guys? What are the properties we are using? Opposite sides are, all the sides are equal in rhombus. All sides are equal, and diagonals bisect each other. Okay, so we need to know this property.
Sorry
Diagonals
to interrupt,
bisect.
sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know how you also say SSS? Wouldn't SAS also be a congruent too? I know.
Yes, you can do that. Yes, vertically opposite angles. Yes,
because of the angle. Yeah.
Yes, you can do that. Wonderful. Makes sense, guys?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Good. Let's go to the next question. Calculate the area of this triangle. Give your answer to the nearest three significant figures. Okay, can you do that?
Done.
done, sir.
Done.
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 No. Good. What formula did you use?
So for the first one, you use half AB sine
I
C.
use half base times height and then I multiply it, yeah. Or you could,
That is 40 times sine 45 is 1 over root 2. Right? Okay. So 1 over root 2. Let's not use sine 1 over root 2 here. Let's simplify. 45 trigonometry sine times 40 is 28.29, right? 28.3. Okay, 28.3 centimeters, right? Make sense? Yeah, that's the area of this 28.3 centimeters. Just a minute.
Huh?
Yeah, sorry guys, someone was at the door. Yeah, now it makes sense. Someone was asking question. Joel, I think it was you. Yes.
Yeah, they asked for 3 significant figures, so wouldn't it be 28.2, I think 291.
Not up to 3 decimal places, right? 3 significant figures. He's not telling you to give your answer correct to 3 decimal places. No. He's asking you to give your answer correct to 3 significant figures.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Next. Find the area of a sector whose radius is 28 centimeter and perimeter is 133 centimeter. Give your answer in correct to 1 decimal place.
Done, sir.
Oh wow, Umaira. Good. Let others do, Umaira. Okay.
Done.
Thumbs up.
Find the area of sector. What is the area of sector formula, by the way? Umaira, what is the area of sector formula?
Pi r squared divided by 4.
Pi r square. Area of sector.
So would it be angle over 360 times pi r squared?
What is that?
Angle over 360 times pi r squared.
Yes. Area of sector is theta over 360 times pi r square. Okay, that's the area of sector. Okay, basically, let me write it neatly so that you can copy that down. Area of sector is area of sector is theta divided by 360 times pi r square. Okay, that's the angle, area of sector. Now, here you're not given theta. See here, you're not given theta. You should find theta. Okay, so for finding theta, what you need to do is you need to, you need to use the formula for perimeter. Okay, so what is the formula for perimeter of sector? Formula perimeter is 2r plus 2 pi r theta divided by 360. Okay, so now you should use this formula and find theta here. Can you all do that now? Use this formula and find theta and then substitute here to get the area of sector. So I want you to write these formulas down, area of sector and perimeter of sector formula. So now see, 2 times you have perimeter is 133. 133 is equal to 2 times radius, that is 28, plus 2 times 3.142 times r is 28 times theta divided by 360. Okay, so this 2 and 180 times. Okay, so now you need to simplify this and get me. Can you do this? Use your calculator and tell me what is theta, all of you.
Is it 157.563?
Okay, let me check. 133 is equal to, you have 56 plus 28 times 3.142. 28 times 3.142 is 87.976 theta divided by 180. Okay, so 133 minus 56 is how much? 133 minus 56. Guys, are you calculating? I'm showing these calculations to you so that you will learn how to calculate these. Okay, so 70, this is 77. Okay, so you have 77 is equal to, I mean, I can directly write the answer here, but just I'm showing you the calculator also, so that you will learn. Okay, divide by 180. Now this 180 goes to the other side, so you have 77 times 180 is equal to 13,860. Divide this by 87.976 is equal to, you have 157.5. So theta is 157.5 degrees. Okay, so that's theta value. Now you take this theta value and substitute here. So you have theta divided by 360, that is 157.5 divided by 360 times 3.142 times 28 times 28, pi r square, right? So if you do this calculations, you'll get the answer. Let's do it. Okay, you have 157.5 divided by 360 is equal to so much. Multiply that with 3.142 times 28 times 28 is equal to 1077 point, what is that? Give your answer, cut to one decimal place, 0.7. Okay, that's your answer. Make sense? Hello?
Yep,
Hello?
made sense.
Are you all
Made
here?
sense.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks, when I'm writing on the board, it looks big, but if you're doing with calculator, it's nothing. Okay, you just need to know these two formulas, and then you can easily calculate it. Okay, just because I'm writing it on the board, you'll see a lot of decimals here and there and be little odd. But then once you write this, once you use calculator, this is nothing. This is very easy. Okay, yeah. Let's go to the next question, guys. ABCDEF is a regular 10-sided polygon. The vertices B and E are joined with a straight line.
Done.
Done?
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Jacob, can you explain us, Jacob?
Done.
Okay.
The line BE creates a trapezoid, so that's a quadrilateral, 360 degrees, and then the whole decagon itself is 1,440. So divide that by 10, you get 144. And then we know C and D is 144, and then you add those two up, which makes 288. Then you subtract that from 360, which gives you 72, I think. And then you divide that by 2, you get 36. And then you do 144 minus 36.
Okay, wonderful. See, this is a 10-sided polygon. Okay, understand this. This is a 10-sided polygon, and it is a regular polygon. Okay, so 1,440. You calculated before. Remember, n minus 2 times 180. You calculate sum of angles. It is 1,440. Divide that by 10. So each angle is 144. So look here. This is 144. This is 144, and this whole angle is 144. But you're asked to just find this angle. Okay, so now if this is now see, BCDE is a quadrilateral. Okay, is a quadrilateral. So if this is a quadrilateral, understand that sum of angles, this angle B plus C plus D plus E is 360 degrees. Okay, so now C and D is 144, 144. So 144 plus 144 plus C plus D is equal. E plus B. Sorry. Plus 144 plus 144 plus E plus B is equal to 360 degrees. Okay, so now you have E plus B is equal to 360 minus 288. Okay, 360 minus 288 is how much? 10 minus 8 is 2. 10 minus 8 is 2 plus 5 72 degrees, right? So now this plus this angle is 72. So this is 36 and this is 36. Okay. So the entire 144 is the angle here. 144 minus 36 will give you the angle ABE. Okay, angle ABE. So 144 minus 36 is 76448 and 108 degrees. Okay, so therefore the angle ABE is 108 degrees. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Guys,
Yeah.
makes sense. Faiza, makes sense. Arya, Twisha,
Yes, sir.
Twisha, you did not speak Twisha today. It doesn't make sense, Twisha. Daniel, good, Twisha. Daniel,
It makes sense.
Yeah, it
Okay,
makes sense.
wonderful.
It makes sense.
Wonderful. Ashna, Ravi,
It makes sense. Yeah.
Ravi, Nathan, Junaira,
Yeah.
and yeah, good. Rishan, Shoaib, are you here?
Oh, yes, sir.
Nafiza. Okay, good. Okay, let's go to the next question, guys. Okay, you need to understand this. I mean, initially I gave these formulas. Those are really very, very important. You need to memorize. Take time and memorize those formulas. See, you're using n minus 2 times 180 degrees. That formula here to know that sum of angles in a decagon is 1440. If you don't know this, understand this. If you don't know this part, you will not be able to do this question. And also, this regular means all the angles are equal. Understand that. Only if you know these two, and you know that sum of angles in a quadrilateral is 360, then this question becomes really easy. Okay, good, Jacob. Next question. The line L is a tangent to a circle. X square plus y square is equal to 45. Okay, it's a tangent to a circle at point A. A is a point 3,6. The line L crosses the x-axis at point P. Work out the area of triangle OAP. Sorry. Yes. What is your answer, Mohammed?
Is it 45?
Yes, 45 units square, Mohammed. Good. Wonderful. Yes, Mohammed, can you explain us? It's a lengthy question. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You find the equation of the gradient of the radius, so OA. So you do change in y over change in x, which is 6/3.
Okay.
So that's how the gradient is 2. So the gradient of the tangent meets the radius at 90 degrees, so it's perpendicular. So the gradient of the tangent is the negative reciprocal, which is -1/2. And then you form an equation y equals -1/2 x plus c. Then you substitute 3 and 6.
Okay,
Yes,
6 is equal to -1/2 times 3 plus c. So that
so
is 6
C
plus 3 of 302 is c. Go ahead.
So C equals 7.5.
Okay.
And
y-intercept is 7.5. Okay.
Yeah, so now you know the equation is y equals -1/2 x plus 7.5. So then to find where it crosses the x-axis, y equals 0 when it crosses the x-axis. So substitute y equals 0.
This point you're finding basically this point,
yeah,
right?
Point P.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. 0 is equal to -1/2 x plus 7.5. Sorry. 7.5.
So then you minus 7.5.
Okay.
On both sides, then multiply that by 2.
Okay. Plus
and then
1,
divide.
right? Yeah.
Then divide all of it by -1.
So it is 15, right? So x equal to 15.
Yeah. Yeah. So the coordinate is 15, 0.
15, 0, right? Yes. 15, 0. Good.
So then the the length of OP is 15 units.
Okay, this is 15 units. Good.
And the height of the perpendicular height of the triangle is 6.
Okay. Perpendicular height of the triangle is
6 units.
Okay, good.
So then the area of the triangle is height times
half times base times.
Yeah.
Height.
So then that gives you 90 times half, which is 45.
Okay, 15 times 6, which is 45. Wonderful. 45 centimeter square. Okay. Yeah. Guys, did you understand? You want me to explain, or is it? Anyone wants me to explain?
I didn't understand it.
I
Understood.
Yeah, that made sense.
Okay, let me explain you. See, look here. Izan, is that Izan who asked that?
Yeah.
Yeah, good, Izan. See, you are given, understand this, you are given, the point is 3, 6, okay? So the slope would be change in x, change in y or change in x, so 6 over 3, that is 2. See here? The slope of the tangent, okay? Basically, the slope of this line would be, 2, okay? Now the slope of the tangent is perpendicular to the radius. So the slope of the tangent, remember yesterday or day before yesterday we said, when when two lines are perpendicular, product of their slopes is -1, okay? So 2 times, the slope of the tangent is -1/2. You see here? Sorry. It is -1/2, okay? So if this is 2, you see, this is 2, so the slope of the tangent is -1/2. So the equation would be y is equal to mx plus c, okay? So y is equal to -1/2 x plus c. So you have the point here, 6 and 3, 6 is a point, okay? So substitute that point, 6 is equal to -1/2 times 3 plus c. So you're calculating c, you get c is equal to 7.5. Now the equation of, now that you know c value, the equation of the line is y is equal to -half x plus 7.5, okay? Now you know that now you're trying to find this point P. Okay, this point P. You're trying to find this point P. This point where where it's touching x-axis. Okay. So on x-axis, y coordinate is 0. Okay. So you have 0 is equal to you're putting y is equal to 0 and calculating x. X is 15. So now that you know this point 15, 0. So this length is 15, and this is like this point is 3, 6. Therefore, this is 6 units. So you know the area of triangle is half base times height. So half times 15 times 6, which is 45 centimeters square.
Okay, thank you, sir. I understood it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you're using a lot of properties and formulas here. So yeah, you need to know your coordinate geometry well. Okay, good. Let's go to the next question. Oh, okay. The scale diagram shows the position of two shapes R and S. Okay, just a minute. Let's not get to the bearings now itself. Let's go to the 14th question. Okay, here you go. Find the value of x and y. Give reasons for your working, and find the value of x. Give reasons for your working. Work on both the questions. You can take 2 minutes time. Understand this, according to properties, this angle will be 90 degrees, okay? This angle is 90 degrees. Similarly, with this angle is also 90 degrees. Good, Umaira. And this angle is also 90 degrees.
Done, sir.
Good, good.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Done.
Good.
Done here.
So what is the what is x and y here?
24 and 29.
60. What is that? Umaira, what is x here?
I got 61.
Okay. And y?
I got 66 degrees.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So see, x is, in this triangle, you have, this is 90 degrees. So the other, this 90 minus 29 is 61. Okay. And here this is 90. 90 minus 24 is 66. So 61 and 66. Explain that. Okay. X is equal to 90 minus 29, which is 61. Y is equal to 90 minus 24, which is 66. Right? 66 degrees. Now here, coming to this, yes. Ananya, can you help us?
So I wasn't sure about this question.
Okay, wonderful, no problem. Anyone else?
So is the answer 55?
55. Okay, let me check once. Just give me a moment. Yes, yes, it is 55 degrees. Can you explain, Mohammed?
So I used the angles in the same. I forgot what the rule is called, but
segment.
Yeah,
right?
that angle over there would equal 35.
Yes, this is 35 degrees. Good.
So then angles in the triangle add up to 180.
Okay. So 90 plus 35, 180 minus 90 plus 35, right?
Yeah.
So 180 minus 90. These two angles are equal. Understand this. angles in the same segment are equal, okay? So this angle is equal to this angle, okay? So they're equal. So 180 minus 90 plus 35 will give you how much? 90 plus 35 is 125, right? 180 minus 125 is 55 degrees, right? Make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, makes sense.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Let's go to the next question. Here you go. Here is a cyclic quadrilateral, not drawn accurately. X is to y is 1:3 and y is to z is 2:1. Work out the size of angle W. Work on that.
Done.
Muhammad, good Muhammad.
Done, sir.
Good, good.
Done, sir.
Ria, are you here, Ria?
Done, sir.
Good. Yes, who would like to volunteer to help us? Arav, are you done, right?
Yeah. Not sure.
Okay.
I'll try it. So I think what we're supposed to do is we add all of the parts together. So 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. So I think there are 7 parts. We've got to divide 360 by 7. So to find one part, which is...
What is your answer for W?
My answer for W is... well, I wasn't sure about W. I got... Hold on.
See, understand this. I don't know how you guys did, but see, opposite angles are equal to, I mean, because this is a cyclic quadrilateral, understand this, opposite angle sum is 180 degrees. So x plus y is 180 degrees, okay? So
Yeah.
1 plus, you divide 180 by 4, because you have x is to y is 1 is to 3. So 180 divided by 4 is 416, and then you're 20 for 45, okay? So one part is 45, so x is 45. So y
So
would
X
be
45, then
135.
Y would be 135.
135. Similarly, y is to z, okay? That is also 180. So so you're dividing by 3 because it is 2:1, 3 parts. So each part is 60, right? So y would be it is okay.
No,
Yeah, so
it
that
would
was what I was
be,
thinking. 135 divided by
yeah.
2 to get Z, no?
Z, yes. So z is equal
Yeah,
to
135 by 2.
67.5.
67.5. And then
67.5. Good. Yeah, y over 2, which is
W would then
135
be
over 2,
1,
which
1.
is 6. Okay.
And then
Now
W would then be 112.5.
Yes, z plus w is 180 degrees. Okay.
So I also got 112.5.
Yes. So w
Yep.
is 180 minus 67.5, which is 112.5 degrees. Okay. So w is 112.5 degrees. Make sense? You should here the property is in the cyclic quadrilateral. You should understand that opposite sides add up to 180 degrees. Opposite angles, sorry, not opposite sides. Opposite angles add up to 180 degrees. Okay. So if you remember that, we'll be able to do this question very easily. So guys, see, we have only two or three minutes left. Just a recap of what we did today. See, we started by studying different types of angles. We said that when we studied types of triangles and then types of angles and then angle rules, and then we studied, this is very important, this very important formula here. See, we said sum of angles in a polygon. Sum of angles in a polygon is n minus 2 times 180. This is very important to understand that. And then we did few questions. Then we also studied properties of a parallel lines. When two lines are parallel, the line that intersects these two lines is called a transversal. And you have alternate angles equal, corresponding angles equal, vertically opposite angles equal, and interior angles on the same side of the transversal add up to 180 degrees. We did that, and then we also studied. Understand that we also. I listed some formulas. Okay, we got some formulas here. See, don't think that you will be given formulas and don't stop from studying them. It is very important that you know basic formulas and properties, especially in geometry. It is all to do with properties. So once you thorough with the properties, geometry is nothing. It's very easy. So study the formulas. Only thing is, some formulas will be given in exam, but many of them you will have to know that. Also study the properties of each of these quadrilateral. Okay, study them because see, for example, we did rhombus. We should understand that diagonals bisect each other. Okay, if you don't understand diagonals, if you don't understand this property, you will not be able to do that question. So understand that. And then I also listed some formulas for circle, semicircle, and quarter circle. These are very important. Study these formulas as well. And yes, and equation of line. We did some basically here. We have to do questions based on equation of line. We did that as well. And then also, it is very important to understand this. It is very important that you study your trigonometry well, and especially Sokatova and sine rule and cosine rule. Please go through them. See, you see this, you pretty well understand that these topics are interlinked. You cannot say, no, I don't know, I don't like trigonometry, so I don't want to go for trigonometry. I don't like algebra, I don't like geometry. No, it is not like that. It is like these each topics are very interlinked. So study, take time, and study each topic and practice more questions. In Pi Academy, there are topic-wise questions actually. There is a list of thousands of questions on topic. It is divided into various topics. Maybe that will be a good practice for you to practice each topic. Okay, there are past paper solutions and all that products. So maybe you can look at them. You can just go through them. Go to the website, Pi Academy website, and maybe you can have a look at them. Okay. So we are done with today's class. Tomorrow we are going to study other topic.